Hello everybody. Patch 1.0.4 for New World is coming out on October 27th. There are some updates coming with this patch and a lot of bug fixes, so let's take a look at all the stuff that they have changed and fixed for this patch. So to start off, Outpost Rush and server transfers are coming back. They're going to be rolling out these changes individually on the different regional servers. The US West server will be the first one to have server transfers enabled, and the South American server will be the first one to get Outpost Rush enabled. And then as they monitor how these things kind of go to see if any new bugs crop up, they will eventually roll them out on the other servers as well. And here you can see the times they're planning to roll those things out. There's a link, of course, in the description to the official notes if you guys want to see this yourself. Taking a look at the general changes, they have removed the Everfall starting beach, and that's to get new players to have an easier time finding each other and just kind of be funneled in the same locations. They changed the UI description on the first house discount purchase price. It is still going to be half price, but it does not decrease the taxes on the house after you buy it. That was an error in the UI before, so that's been updated. They slightly improved the performance in Wars, and there's a little bit more on that as we work our way down the list. Slightly improved the performance of Life Staff with changes to the passive abilities Mending Touch and Blissful Touch. What these changes exactly are, I'm not sure. They might have changed how the healing kind of functions. But either way, hopefully this improves the performance issues in Wars. A bug was corrected that was causing companies to lose income from owning multiple territories and failed war declarations. The company treasury will be reimbursed for all lost coin revenue resulting from the issue, and the revenue returned will not exceed the treasury cap. And if the company has been abandoned, they will not get the coin back. So if this issue appeared to happen to your company in the last patch, hopefully this helps reimburse you for the problems it caused. They have increased the faction token cap by 50% for each faction tier. This is an excellent change. A big thing that I didn't like about the faction token grind was that you oftentimes had to grind to the next rank and you had cap tokens and you didn't want to spend them because you're close to getting to that next rank anyway. So this is just going to give people the ability to stack up more tokens as they rank up. And then there's been quite a few bug fixes in this patch. They fixed an issue where the faction token caps were not increasing after players had completed the rank up quest for their faction. This was happening to some players. I personally didn't experience this, but a lot of people came into my stream talking about this issue, so hopefully that's fixed well now. They fixed an issue that was causing the worlds to skip ahead or behind in time, which would cause a variety of issues around the world. They fixed an issue that was causing players to lose a house they own in Cutlass Keys. That would suck really bad. And then they fixed several rare server crash issues. They fixed an issue with the suspension/ban notification showing at incorrect times. They fixed an issue where players could use their world transfer token while they still had active trading post contracts, causing additional issues when the transfer resolved. They fixed issues causing AI not to spawn in the world as intended. They fixed an issue where the Mrike Guard corrupted portals in the Shadow Mountain were distributing higher tier gear than intended and respawning faster than intended. This has been a very popular grind in the game. I'm not at endgame yet, but a lot of people have talked about this grind here, so that pretty much got nerfed. They fixed an issue where the enemies themselves in the portal events were dropping loot. So yeah, another nerf to that grind. They fixed some interaction issues with the Bubbling Cauldron housing item. They fixed an issue with Star Metal or Orichalcum veins that were large ore veins, rewarding very small amounts of ore, and the small veins were rewarding larger amounts of ore. They fixed an issue where the war lottery timer would not pause correctly during the war lockout period. Fixed the render distance of the Jack-o'-lantern pumpkin lights. They made it so the GM chat tag will now not show to non-GM players, probably good. They fixed issues causing armor textures to flicker. Hopefully they fixed the issue with the ice gauntlet causing your character to kind of turn invisible and just changing your armor skin and texture a whole bunch. They fixed the arcane protection in the Starstone's Barrow Expedition so that it now protects players from certain lasers. So yeah, maybe helping alleviate some of the more difficult parts of that dungeon. I haven't done it yet myself. And they fixed an issue where certain enemies in the R-Mine excavation were invulnerable. Yeah, they were just kind of bugged out. I did run into a couple of those. They fixed an issue where Ice Pylon could stay on an infinite cooldown. They fixed an issue where players could obtain rings that had two perks sharing an exclusive perk label and shouldn't exist on the same ring. And they also fixed an issue causing the projectile visual to be absent from the Ice Gauntlet and Ice Pylon attacks. And they also fixed an issue where players would be unable to complete a variety of game actions after fast traveling. So yeah, quite a few bug fixes. That's always good to see. And hopefully we get to see these fixes reflected when this update goes live and we see it in game. And then there are some speculative fixes, and these are issues that are tentative fixes and mitigations. The goal is to get these changes out to see if the issue continues to persist, and then they'll work on it. So the big one here is the war exploit, where players could use area of effect magic attacks, namely the Ice Gauntlet's AoE, to capture rally points without taking damage by pretty much lagging out the server. This should be improved by the war performance and life staff performance updates, and they will continue to monitor it if the problems continue to persist. They fixed several known issues of players becoming invulnerable. This is a top priority for their team, which is good to hear, and they're trying to find all the root causes of an invulnerability issue. I haven't encountered anyone that's invulnerable myself, but yeah, that is definitely something that would not be good for the game. And then they have a speculative fix for the issue where players could get stuck after leaving the Outpost Rush. This was a rare issue and the team was not able to reproduce it. So now that it's going on the live server, we'll see if it happens. Hopefully this means, fingers crossed, Outpost Rush stays open. Looks like I'm going to have to knock out those last few levels to 60 and look forward to a bit of Outpost Rush myself in the very near future. Of course, I would love to hear what you guys think about these changes. Thank you again for watching the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I've got a website, pvpnewworld.com. It's got all of my PvP builds on there with written guides, as well as just general information on the game. If you want to catch me live, you can check me out on Twitch. And if you want to keep up to date with me, you can always give me a follow on Twitter. Last week, I put out the first episode of the New World Top 5 Battles. If you guys want to send in a clip to be featured in the New World Top 5, you can send that to Kristofer at pvpnewworld.com. This show is sponsored by What the Fast. It's a VPN for gamers. They can give you better ping to your favorite games, free to try for the first month. There's a link down below for you guys. And last but not least, a massive thank you and shout out to all of my patrons on Patreon. Without you guys, I couldn't do this job, so thank you so much for supporting the show. I want to put out more PvP content for you guys in the very near future. I'm almost done leveling my character up, and I get to then experience that endgame PvP. As always, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time, and have a great night, everyone.